Evening everybody, Silverbolt here, back for a Transformers review, back for a much requested Transformers review. I've had right fun and Jonix at the moment trying to sort out the camera, because, well, I'm recording this at 9:30 in the evening, and it's just getting dark. Well, sorry, it's dusk. It's coming up to dusk, and I have a sloped ceiling on my bedroom, and I've got one big window. So it's absolutely atrocious for lighting, and because I don't have any decent lighting in this room, all I've got is one overhead 60-watt lamp, which is sudden blinding. It's very hard to get any kind of decent proper lighting. It seems to be more fluke or chance or something. And so I've actually gone and put on a white shirt, so you can see what I'm doing, so I've got some kind of definition. I haven't worn a shirt in, I don't know, 7 months? 7 months? I've got those horrible bloody tunics that the NHS provides. But anyway, on with the review. As I said, it's an off-requested review. I've been asked an awful lot, both in comments on messages, about whether I'm going to do any of the movie toy reviews. Now, this is going to be a review purely on the toy, mainly because I haven't seen the movie. Obviously, it's not been released yet. And I don't want to do any bios on them, because I want to see the movie without knowing anything about it, so I can go in there with a completely clear mind, unfettered by the backdrop stories, the background stories, the comics that are coming out, and things like that. So I can give it, because I'll be doing a review of the movie on here anyway, what I think of it, and I just want to have a totally open mind about it. I mean, as I said in previous videos, I'm neutral concerning the movie, because I'll wait and see. You know, it may be good, it may be bad. Either way, I'll let you know what I thought. So, anyway, but on with the toy review. The first up is Ratchet. I went out and bought these today, because the Entertainer in the Bullring in Birmingham is doing buy one, get one half price. And I think Toys R Us is doing the same deal. So I ended up picking up two, the only two deluxe classes that they had. First up we have Ratchet, obviously still an Autobot, and he is a search and rescue 4x4 style vehicle. Okay, good size, because I think Ratchet is one of the deluxe classes. So he's the mid-range toys. He's the mid-size toy. Okay. Not a lot I can say about him, but a good size, a good solid piece, Has the Autobot insignia. That's about it. You know, it's a good solid piece. It's a nice alt form. It's a very nice alt form. Kind of alternator-ish in some respects, because it is on roughly the same size as them. Okay, I'm going to transform him now. I've only got him today, so I'm not very good at transforming them yet, so I'm going to stop the video and work it, and then I'll come back with him in robot mode. Okay, here I am back with the transformed Ratchet. Give him some kind of decent lighting. Not there. Here. Now, one of the first things you'll immediately notice about Ratchet, obviously, is the colour. And isn't it disgusting? It's this vile lime green. And consider the fact that these are supposed to be robots in disguise. How the hell are you in disguise looking like, I don't know, something a dog threw up? I mean, it almost makes the G2 Devastator, which was that vomit colour, almost look good. Okay? One of the things I like about these toys, is that where the movie's concerned, they've gone... So I'm trying to find this in a proper bloody lighting... One of the things they've gone for is that they've gone for an alien-style look. The Transformers in the movie are not human-looking. I mean, if you look at the Transformers, especially that don't have the face plates of any kind, look very human in their G1 representations. They've all got two eyes, they've all got a nose, they've all got a mouth, they've all got a moving mouth to go with it. You know, obviously some of the others have face plates and things like Prime. These don't. They have a much more alien-esque face. None, of course, is so much more so in prominence than Megatron, which looks like a cross between a Guyver and Robocop. So, there we go. Another thing that's very, very different to what they've done previously is the fingers. I don't know if I can get this to see. If you watch the hand, it's only got 4 fingers. It's like a Looney Tune character. All it's missing is the white gloves. They've only got 4 fingers, and again, that's very different to what they've done before. Ratchet is a very big, all-round, bulky toy, and a very nice toy. He's a very, very nice toy. Actually, looks slightly better if you can put it from here. He does come with a gimmick, which is the spring opening photon cannon, claw, grabby, whatever it is. The box says it's some kind of arm cannon, I think, so strange. A quick note on Transformers toys as well for the movie is that Transformers have never really had the line of things that are called gimmick toys. If you look at things like Spider-Man, if you look at things like Superman, they've all had the exact same thing, the exact same character, but it's got a different gimmick. You know, you'll get a Spider-Man that'll shoot one kind of web, and then another one that'll shoot another kind of web, or one that'll stick to walls. Or Superman, of course, you had the one that was blowing things down, you got the other one that was lifting things, you got the other one that was throwing things. And they've done that with Transformers this time round. They've given them gimmicks. I've seen an Optimus Prime with a winch, a Starscream with a snap-out blade forearm, Predator stylish. I saw an Ironhide today in the Entertainer as well that's got a kind of like a spring-loaded missile launcher on his arm. So they're bringing out gimmicks for these toys. Ratchet himself, I do like Ratchet. The colour is the only thing I can't stand. It's just vile. But I do like the alienness to him. I mean, these are giant transforming sentient robots from another world. You know, so yes, they transform into Earth vehicles, but they're still giant alien transforming sentient robots. So I do like the fact that they look alien. I mean, Prime's probably the closest to his G1 counterpart, obviously, but even he looks like he doesn't belong. Okay, a 60-foot robot doesn't belong anyway on Earth, but these look more so. I can't really tell with the face. No, you can't. I can't get a close-up on the face. But it does have a very alien-esque. It's got kind of like 2 tusks coming up here, and the nose is very prominent and it's flat. Okay, that's Ratchet. He also has this little fin thing. I'm assuming it's supposed to be some kind of scanner, or it's a toolkit or something along those lines for him. And he is very nice. He's very, very nice. Hasbro have actually done I mean, obviously it's a movie license, so they've got to do well. But they've actually done quite a lot of good with this toy. I do like him. Okay, right, on to the second one that I bought today, and this one I really do like. I probably only actually bought Ratchet because he was half price. He was only a tenner technically. Is this one? This is Blackout. Now Blackout has got to on the trailers I've seen, Blackout has the nicest clip. He lands on the airfield. The humans turn around and go, "Identify yourself or we'll shoot you." And Blackout transforms, and it's like, awesome. I've seen some other videos on YouTube where they're actually car deals. I think it's Chevy or Chevrolet that are doing car deals using the Transformers. So, okay, Blackout's this military-style helicopter. He has his own little gimmick, which you've probably just seen, which is his blade. You push this little... Yeah, you push that bit there. So I'm just trying to keep it having some definition. Push that little black bit there, and the blades spin. So, not an original in a helicopter toy. Certainly not an original thing in a helicopter toy. Blackout really does look like he means business in this whole form. He really does look nice. And unlike Ratchet, he's got a very agreeable colour scheme. You know, he's got a very agreeable colour scheme. Okay? I'm just going to transform him for you now. So I'll be back in... Oh, well. To you, I'll be back in about a second. To me, I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. Bear with me. Okay, I'm back with him, and I've fiddled with the camera bit so you can get a better look. Blackout, in his robot mode, really does look sinister. He really does. This doesn't do it justice. In robot mode, he's not as big as Ratchet, and he's not as bulky as Ratchet, but he's got an almost assassin look to him. He really does look very sinister. The head looks almost techno-organic. Again, it's got that weird Guyver Robocop look, but it doesn't take away from Blackout. It makes him actually look even more evil. Okay, he comes with this little thing, which is this scorpion, which I'm assuming is some kind of bomb tracking device. I don't know. It's something weird, which you can actually drop out from underneath him in helicopter mode. The other thing about him as well is that he also appears to attach to Scorponok. At least that's what it seems to say in the instruction manual. I haven't got Scorponok, so I don't know. Blackout, if you can tell, there we go, I'll actually use the shadows to my advantage a little bit, only has 3 fingers. Well, actually, what he's got, it looks like his hands like that. So, there we go. He has a secondary alt form as well. He can, well, secondary robot form. He can transform, so his helicopter blades come forward over here, and you can then use the little push at the back to move them in a kind of like a whirlwind effect. Due to my experience with Masterpiece Megatron, the transformation for him is you've got to pull something out. And due to my transformation with Masterpiece Megatron, to anybody who's watched the video, I broke my MP Megatron, which they didn't replace, by the way. In fact, I've never heard back from them, so I'm not happy. Hopefully my faith in Takara will be restored with Masterpiece Starscream. Not Starscream, Skywarp. He looks very nice. Right. I like his feet. His feet have these double-pronged, again, alien robot look. He just looks like he means business. His face looks a little woody. It looks like it's a piece of bark with red eyes. So, but there we go. I can't fault this toy because it's simply so nice. It is really, really nice. There's not really much more I can say on Blackout. Again, I think he's one of the deluxe class. But that's it for Blackout, and that's it for Ratchet. I will be back with more toys when I get them, because I want Jazz and I want Brawl. I definitely want Jazz and I want Brawl, because they look nice. But they weren't in the Entertainer, otherwise I probably bought them as well. But I've got to be careful with money this month, because I'm going away to Blackpool. Not this weekend, next weekend, so I've got to be careful with money. Okay, but that's Blackout. Hopefully this is, to those of you who are in 2 minds about whether to buy the toys for the movie or not, hopefully this has set you at ease a little bit, because I can, if my opinion's worth anything, then I can say these are very nice toys. These are very nice toys. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now, because I really can't think of anything more to say, and I'll just start waffling and repeating myself, which is no fun for anybody, really. But for now then, this is Silverbolt, with Fruit Pastel Ratchet, and Blackout, saying sayonara, adios, auf Wiedersehen.